Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome back.
Welcome to Book Club. November book. I actually cannot believe we're in November.
I know, right?
Quite insane.
Christmas is literally a month
It's
away.
6 weeks. Yeah.
That's horrifying.
It actually was 6 weeks yesterday.
I haven't done any of my Christmas shopping too.
Me either.
That's an issue.
Need to get that done.
Maybe we should
Anyways.
go. Anyway.
This month we read Deadly Occupants by Mads Rafferty, and we hope that you did too. And if you didn't, go pick it up, give it a read. This was my first paranormal thriller.
Same.
And
Well, horror even. I would go horror.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm an absolute sook, and
Yeah.
this shit really freaks me the
Yeah.
fuck out.
I hate horror movies. Hate them with a passion. Especially if there's any like spirits, demons, anything like that. I'm immediately
Yeah.
out. I can't do it. I
I just don't fuck with that shit.
yeah.
However, we read this.
Yeah, I don't really know what was going through our minds when we picked it
No.
up. But anyway, we did it.
But, like, was good.
Mm-hmm.
It actually, I wouldn't say, I did read it during the daytime because I knew I would get scared if I read it at night. But yeah, I wasn't actually truly terrified, which is great, but I can't say I'm running to pick another one up. It stresses me out.
I get it. Do you want to know I had this thought when I was driving back from the gym this morning when I was thinking, I was finishing the book off this morning and I sat there and I was like, oh my God, this is so unrealistic. And then I was like, it's paranormal.
Yeah.
And I had this literal moment where I was reading it. I was like, this would literally never happen. I'm like, that's the point.
Yeah.
Like, how dumb are you?
You know, but we all have that.
And literally just had to, like, Charlie, it's meant to feel unrealistic.
Yeah, it's actually fiction.
It's actually paranormal. Take from that what you will. But anyway,
Yeah.
so, I mean, I guess for me, I started this book like July.
Ages ago.
I started this book a while ago. I think I got about 25% into it. And
This sucks, by the way. Don't go spend your money on it. I'm
Don't
just
go
drinking
get
it because we bought it.
the Maccas. I've already put mine in the bin.
Did you?
I think it's by the sink. It's going in the bin.
Oops.
So yeah, I started a few months ago. I got about 25% in for no real reason besides the fact that I wasn't feeling it, and I knew if I pushed myself to keep reading it, I'd start hate reading it.
I didn't even realise you got that far into it.
Yeah, I got like a good chunk into it.
Okay.
And I think it was literally a case of where I was like, I'm not enjoying this right now. I can either put it down, come back to it when I'm ready, or I can persevere, border on hate read it, and then really not enjoy it. So I put it down and I circled back around and I started fresh with the book club, and I have to say I enjoyed it much more this time around.
Good.
So, yeah.
Should we do our ranking now, or should we chat about it first?
I think we should chat about it.
Okay, sure.
I think we should chat about it.
All right, I made some notes.
Go for it.
My first note was I think it had really good suspense throughout the book. However, it could have maybe kept rolling a tad faster and cut out some fill, which I know is
so glad that you said that. I was petrified that you wouldn't say this, and I would come with this exact argument and be like, Charlie, what the fuck did you read? That is my main criticism.
like,
of the
and
book.
that's so contradicting to saying it was like fast paced, but it also could have cut some stuff out. So. Yeah, I don't know what I mean by that other than that. I didn't feel like I was like, oh, like, come on. But I just feel like some of the things, I was just like, okay, like, maybe could have just not had this. Because,
I agree.
like you said, it's super unrealistic. Yeah, because it's paranormal and whatnot. But in a way, what I found unrealistic about it was, yeah, like, they're being haunted and, like, tormented. And so they'll like have this episode where something really crazy and scary happens to one of them in the house, and then like the next chapter is like, yeah, we're just like sitting watching TV because, you know, like, well, you know, what are we gonna do? Like, and I was kind of like, okay, I found that unrealistic because if I was personally being haunted,
it would haunt my every day.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna just be like, well, he seems to not be here today, so we'll just like all stay in the house.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by like. Yeah, maybe could have cut out a little bit of filler. I feel like if you were personally going through this in real life, like I would not be sleeping a wink until like I'd move out instantly.
I agree.
Like, so yeah,
I think that was my big issue with when I first started reading it and then coming around. I didn't really start to get into it till about 50-ish% into it. I really found that first half dragged, and there was a lot of filler and a lot of scenes and conversations that happened that I went, I understand why they're in there, because obviously we have to break it up somewhere. It can't be constant. But it also, I did feel like I got to a point where I was like, why is this particular scene happening when we could be doing this instead? And I there was a few time jumps in it. There was like a week would go by, and I was like, what do you mean a whole week has gone by where we just haven't touched on the fact that you are being haunted? Yeah. And you've got these episodes happening and these events happening. I just found the pacing, particularly of the front end of the book, to be really off. The second half really picked up. I could not put it down. I couldn't take my eyes away from it. Everything felt really intentional. But that first half, I was like, I understand we're trying to set the scene and we're trying to build the characters and build the atmosphere around it. But there were definitely scenes where I was like, I don't think that this is necessary for the progression of the story. So I felt like it was fast paced, but there was still moments in there that I was like, it could do without this, and we could just be doing the other thing.
I don't disagree, but I think the start of the book, it was engaging from the get-go for me. Like, I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, jumped into it very nicely. Yeah. I thought the way it set itself up in those first couple chapters was good. Yeah. But then that leads me into my next point. I think we meet... Spoilers, obviously, if you're watching this, but just to clarify, fuck off if you haven't read it and you care about spoilers. Yeah. So we meet Xavier in like chapter 3. Yeah. And I've written Xavier was a proper psycho. He was predictable in the sense that when he was introduced at the beginning, I knew it wasn't a coincidence, but I also didn't predict like the level and like amount of crazy he was and how much he was involved. Yes. But I just feel like the second, like it was chapter 3, read Xavier, and I was like, boom, this man
he has something to do with it.
Yeah. And like I said, it was only predictable in the sense that I was like, he's obviously being introduced for a reason, he's going to have something to do with this. Did not guess all of those plot twists like towards the end or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know how else you would introduce a character like that without making it obvious. But yeah, I feel like I was straight away like, I think the thing that really made it obvious that he was intentionally placed there was the fact it was like meant to be a romance, like side plot for her. I'm sorry, if you are being haunted, why the fuck are you going out on dates? I'm sorry, I don't have time. I don't have time for that. Like, I think that was the obviousness of it, where I was like, you were trying to set up this like. You're trying to set up this romantic side plot. What's the end goal in this character being here? Like, Phoebe already had a boyfriend, so that didn't feel suspicious because he was already around. But I'm like, it just feels very intentionally placed. And I knew from the get-go, I was like, why are we doing a romance subplot? Yeah. That immediately I was suspicious. Yeah. I'm reading a paranormal horror and I have a romance side plot. It's not a romance side plot. Like, I clued onto it, but no, I didn't guess the ending either. No.
On the ending part. Psycho. In the ending thing though, and this was just like it was an eye roll moment for me. When he says that he was putting psychedelics into her coffee, and so she was hallucinating everything. I literally eye rolled. I literally read that and I went...
I agree. I was like, there's no fucking way the four of them are hallucinating the same thing.
And I was like, come on.
Yeah. But then it ends and they're in their new house and then the ghost makes a so they weren't actually... Yeah. I was like, wait, so they weren't like, it was just a bit confusing. Yeah.
I genuinely rolled my eyes.
I don't think we needed him... to say he was drugging them with psychedelics.
Because that closed a door. That closed that thing off where you're reading it and you go, oh, okay, so she was hallucinating everything. And then we open it back up. I think that it could have just been left open. I think that he could have explained that he was the one in the walls and he was the one sneaking into their house and turning all the lights off and this and that. And they would have gone, oh, okay, cool. He was the one behind all of this. And then the ghost makes a reappearance. Yeah. I don't think that it was actually needed. Because I felt like it tied a bow around that little bit.
And then it also just confused me. So then what happened in the haunted house? They hadn't met him yet. Yeah. So was that hallucin... Like, I don't know. That confused me and I felt like it probably wasn't needed.
Yeah, because it is said that he was the shadow that was at the house. Like, he followed him to them to the haunted house. But yeah, there was a few
explain what
holes.
happened in the attic.
Yeah.
I actually thought, as we were getting towards the end, that the young boy that survived the murders,
yes,
I thought he actually didn't die, and then Xavier was like a descendant of
that.
him.
Is exactly what I thought.
Yeah, that was like, I was like, I got you figured out.
Yeah.
Didn't.
Lies.
Yeah.
I really thought I cracked the code.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I've done it.
First one, I've done it, yeah. But yeah, so I thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Which was, like, probably intentional to throw you off.
Yeah. I also, and this is, again, probably just another, like, very random side plot thing that I didn't really love it a whole lot, but the creepy professor.
Yeah,
and
I think that was also
back,
there to throw you off.
It was there to throw you off,
yeah.
And, like, the connection back to the sister and stuff, like, I think it just made me uncomfortable for the sake of making me feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. It's fine. It was just one of those side plots where I was just like, I'm indifferent about it. Like, I just don't really... I could have done without it, but also I get why it was there.
I just think, it was there to give you someone else to be sus about.
Yeah.
What else did I write? I thought all the characters were really likable, and I thought the friend dynamics were great and really relatable. Like, you've got one friend that's really like, ghosts aren't real, everyone pull your shit together, like, you're being ridiculous. The other one's like super into it, and oh my gosh, it's a sign. Like, I thought she wrote everyone's characters and made them all so different.
Yes, but they merged really well together.
Yeah, and without, like, being boring. Like, this is Phoebe and this is what she does and rah, rah, rah. Like, it just, straight off the bat, you were like, you just knew everyone's personality. Yeah. And, I thought that was done really, really well.
Yeah, I 100% agree. That was one of my main compliments of the book. I felt like all the characters were really, really nice. There wasn't too many that you, like, lost track of who was who and, like, who was doing what. There was, like... It was basically the 4 girls, Garrett, and then Xavier. Yeah. And that was kind of like the main core characters. And then obviously you, like, reference back to the sister and the professor and stuff. But she really focused on giving those 4 girls plus Xavier, like, the spotlight. And with that being said, and maybe this is me coming at it from I was a psych student. And I'm sorry, if you're studying psychology and studying sociopathy... And then couldn't
that was such foreshadowing too.
I know. And then she couldn't even pick up on the signs of it.
Because she'd said, and then, so it all makes sense when you, like, her assignment is, she's studying, so there was a chapter on it, her paper is on, like, psychopaths versus sociopaths. Yeah. And there's a whole paragraph in that chapter of the book where she's like, but, some psychopaths present as 100% normal people. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. But I also was like, girl. What I did really love, though, is that the girls loved watching slasher films. And so there wasn't any of those, like, eye roll moments. Why the fuck would you split up and your house is haunted? Like, when they're all in the movie and they're like, oh, my God, let's split up. Like, I really loved there was actually a scene where they were like, no, we're all going to stick together. Kind of, like, breaking the stereotype of it. I kind of loved that as well. The reference back to... like slasher films. It almost feels like Inception, where it's like a slasher film and a slasher film. Yeah. It was one of those moments. I really loved it. I loved that point.
Also so terrifying. How big are the houses in America that people can fit inside the walls?
You know the house, like, as you come into my street, behind the big fence, that's like a very American style house. That's how big they are.
But why are we wasting so much space with fucking bodies being able to
fit in the...
Like, I know. That was actually insane to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that I found really wild.
Are we not wanting our, like, rooms to actually be, like, really big? So why are we making the inside of the walls, like...
Wild.
So crazy.
Wild.
Towards the end, my heart was... like I said, I don't fuck with spirits and shit like that. And they pulled out the Ouija board and I was like, no.
Oh yeah, no, I was like, I can't do that. I can't do it.
I don't even want to read it, like I'm stressed. But yeah, it had my heart beating in a good way, like it was very good at building that anticipation. And yeah, not wanting to put it down, you're like, oh, like,
especially that last like 25%, I was hooked. Little plot hole that I noticed, and maybe this is me, again, just being very like thinking a little bit too much.
I'm just going to go shut the...
No, it's fine. Everyone fucking does their mowing around here. Someone did it yesterday and the day before. I don't know why we're all mowing all the time.
I know, and it's actually raining, so that's a whipper snipper, by the way.
Oh, anyway. Little pothole, and I've literally just thought of this. Garrett is on the hockey team with Xavier. How was Garrett not aware that Xavier was, quote, dating Isabella?
True.
That is just I just thought of that. Phoebe, besties with Blair, and considered Isabella a sister.
Well, because they weren't really dating. It started off as like a tutoring situation,
and then he said like, oh, we just like kissed at parties and stuff like that, and like, but I was like, surely you would have gone, hold up, that's your. I think they have a thing.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking about, what was her name? Isabella. Yeah. I did like, actually, wait, just quick, jump back to the Ouija board, because, I did like that it was Isabella that they were talking to, and it was a good spirit, and it was, like, nice, and I think that was a really nice
I thought it was going to be Luke.
Blair. Yeah, I thought it was going to be, like, crazy, like, I'm going to murder you all kind of vibes. Yeah. So thank you.
I felt like that was a bit of closure for her as well. Like,
yeah, I think it was really nice.
And the way it was described in the book that, like, when the board was moving and stuff, that, like, the room felt, like, cozy and calm and everything. And then when the board gets smashed against the wall, it, like, goes cold, like, eerie. I really, really loved the, like, the atmosphere that was set around it all. Like, it wasn't just like, this is creepy, take my word for it. It was like, the room was cold, you could feel it. Like, I really loved how she kind of set ambience around those moments. It was really nice.
But going back to, Isabella, obviously it's so sad, regardless of how she died. I just felt, and everyone grieves differently and handles grief so differently, but surely, and like, because Blair says multiple times throughout the book, like, she knew her sister and she thought she would never commit suicide. Surely, if you truly believe that and you know your sister, you are going to read that journal sooner.
Right?
Like, I can't really believe that you haven't picked, like, especially, like, I don't know, if, you know, God forbid something like that happened to me, like, I truly was like, I know this person and there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
I would be, like, reading that journal. I don't care if it's an invasion of privacy.
Absolutely.
It is, like, so I just found that, maybe a bit unrealistic. However, again, everyone grieves so differently. I'm not here to say how you shouldn't grieve, but personally, I would not have the self-control and, like, be able to rest without doing that.
And also all the pictures and stuff, I found that really interesting. Like, even if you're not going to read the journal, like, surely you would want to see, like, glimpses of your sister's life, like, see her happy. Like, these were described as being the photos that, like, pinned on her wall on the back of her bedroom door and stuff. Like, I thought at least, like, even if you're not going to go for the journal, because you find that to be an invasion of privacy, like, surely you would want to see the pictures of those last moments of your sister's life. Really not enjoying that, are you?
I just actually need a sip of water now.
So I did find that really interesting, and it did kind of lean, a little bit, like, unrealistic of, how close of a relationship do you really have if you're not wanting to, I guess, get some semblance of closure with your sister.
But and then with that too, I was just like, this is me being overly critical, because I didn't feel like this when I was reading it, but then, like, when I'm looking back, there was actually a lot going on. Like, we have a sister that actually didn't commit suicide and was murdered. We have a ghost that's haunting you, and you're figuring out the past of that ghost. And then, your boyfriend is actually a psychopath. I just feel like, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
Those are usually things that we just have, like, one in a book. Yeah. However, that's probably why it was so engaging. Because you were just like, wait, fuck. What?
Yeah, I think it was like a blessing and a curse, where it was like, it made it really fast paced, it made it really engaging, it was very, like, you couldn't put it down, there was a lot happening, but I also felt like because there's so many things, that's where holes kind of start to slip. Like if you're trying to do too much, you're going to get things that don't feel as fleshed out, don't feel as developed, don't feel as realistic, don't feel as well done. And I think that is basically the essence of this entire book, where there's like this stuff of it that are done really, really well and I really loved. And then there's other parts that I'm like, we either could have completely done without it or it needed a bit more love and attention.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have. I feel like we've covered.
I think we agreed, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I my main thing of this entire book was just like the pacing felt off, and I think that kind of is to do with all of those things that we talked about, where like the different plot lines and the this and that. So, what was your final rating?
I rated 4.
I gave it 3.75.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we were going to be way off.
Yeah, you had me worried. I thought you were going to be lower, but yeah.
Because I really, really enjoyed it. Like, my first time reading, like, a paranormal horror, it felt like I was watching a movie, and that was a really big, like, I really liked the experience of it, where I felt like I could picture, like, watching Scream.
Do you know, this is super niche, but the haunted house, I envisioned as the house that Sabrina Carpenter in her Tears music video is at.
Oh, I was going through it. Do you want to know which one I was thinking?
Did you watch Monster House as a child? That was also a close second. Yeah.
That was exactly where my head got. Every time I hear about haunted house, like it's that. Yeah. That is what it is.
Charlie hasn't seen that movie. I need to make him watch it. It's iconic.
I just remember
traumatized me.
Oh yeah,
oh my God.
Big time. I think I
the furnace in the basement.
Yeah,
it's so scary as a child.
Yeah,
I'd probably still.
I'm so glad that you got that reference too. But but yeah, like I still really enjoyed it. I felt like I was watching a movie. I felt like I was part of the book. The characters were really good. The pacing in the second half was really good. I just felt like there was some areas of improvement. But credit to her. This is like her first time writing a book like this.
She's very diverse in what she writes.
Yeah.
Like from contemporary romance to paranormal thrillers,
fantasy.
to fantasy. Like, girl's a triple threat.
Yeah,
what else can she write?
That's it. Like she's ticking boxes. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I would recommend it to people.
Yeah.
I
think it was great.
Yeah.
So, and it didn't freak me out as much as I thought it would.
Yeah. I think if I was like a diehard horror fan, I would probably have expected like more horror.
That was enough.
That was good for me. I was happy. I didn't get nightmares. I was good. I could put that down and go, okay, cool, we're done now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Perfect.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.